personally, I thought you guys would have called them right away and been like, oh my gosh, like your car left our dealership and it caught on fire. Let's just reverse this deal. Sorry what happened, move on. Yeah, I was giving you a call about the case where the car caught on fire. Yeah, so the reason why I'm reaching out to you is because we feel like we've hit a dead end with, you know, both of us just are valuing this case differently. You know, in fact, I don't even think wants to consider the things that we think should be considered. To me, they're just looking at the dollars and cents of this claim, and that's all that they even have authority to do. So we wanted to reach out to you directly to see if there's something more that you could do here to get this one done.
Hey, last I saw you guys were asking for, correct me if I'm wrong, like 175, is that correct?
Yeah, 175.
And does that include the vehicle payoff?
Yes, it does.
So net of that is what the client wants.
No, like if for 175, that would be for the property damage and the injury claim. You know, we had originally asked if you guys would just rescind the vehicle and reverse the whole deal on the vehicle, but we don't have to do that. If you guys just put down the 175, you know, they could do it as normal where they pay off the vehicle pay off the lien holder, and then, you know, the rest would go towards them.
Okay. I mean, I'm not an actuary, I'm not an adjuster, you know, so, I mean, I'm sure they have their reason for why they think it's valued at what it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know that there's been conversations about the heavy electronics modifications done by the client, and that, you know, that also is a factor. So, I mean, there's got to be something like that that's causing them to be hesitant, right?
I think, personally, I think that's just something is saying, just to muddy the waters on this. But the two big things that they don't want to consider is, you know, number one, they don't even want to take into account that our client paid $15,000 and then they paid an additional $12,311 in monthly payments when they didn't even get to use the vehicle that long. You know, once their car broke down, they parked it in their driveway and they waited for you guys to give them the go-ahead to start the repairs. And I know you guys were waiting on the warranty, seeing if it could be covered and waiting on the parts and all that. Then when the vehicle finally got to you guys, it sat with you guys for another 6 months. And the whole entire time, they were making their monthly payments on the car, and they were paying for auto insurance on the car, not even getting to use it.
I have nothing. Like, I have looked and torn through my system, and we don't show that vehicle ever came to our site to do an official diag, or that we had communication saying, hey, my car is broken down. I'm not sure if you're aware, but when we sell our vehicles, we sell them with an extended warranty. That's why this customer had that warranty that repaired the engine. So they drove it for 6 months. Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to it, and we can't find anything to support the claim that we told them to keep it there from November to March. We show it where in March they contacted us and said, hey, our car's broken down and we need to bring it in for diag, which we did. We brought it in, we started diagging, and, you know, outside of our control, there were supply chain issues and other stuff, which
right.
It's all the way to September to repair, but that's a totally different conversation. And furthermore, like, you are aware that the customer did not have insurance in the vehicle, right? Up until, I mean, they didn't pick it up from us without insurance, right? Now it's not our responsibility to make sure all of our customers have insurance, right? We're just an auto, repair facility, right?
Yeah. I mean, along the way that they were driving it, they did have insurance. They took it off right towards the end when the vehicle was with you guys. And I mean, at least from what our clients are saying, they said that they called you in November 2022 and they waited to hear back from you of when it was okay to bring in their vehicle. If you're not seeing anything on your end, fine. That's 3 to 3.5 months maybe that we're disputing here. but it did for sure stay at your facility from March until September, which was 6 months.
Absolutely.
You know,
which
so
I'm very, very much aware of. That was, God, outside of our control. I mean, it's
right.
between supply chain and warranty and all that kind of stuff, it just, man, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, it's the same thing on tons of my other cases. You know, people trying to get their vehicles fixed, and they're waiting and waiting because they need to wait on parts. But, you know, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, you know, anyone that enters into business, you know, there's issues with specific business. If I enter into, you know, selling apples and there's a shortage on apples, then my company is going to be affected because there's not a lot of apples for me to sell. Just like you guys, if there's an issue with the supply chains or, you know, vehicles or Taiwan and their microchips or whatever, you know, like then it's going to affect the dealership and ultimately affect the consumer, the client. I mean, just from me, I thought you guys would have called them right away and been like, oh my gosh, like your car left our dealership and it caught on fire. Let's just reverse this deal. Sorry what happened, move on. But it didn't happen like that.
But they didn't give us the option. They quickly contacted you. It was rapidly. They didn't say, hey, let's make this right, nothing like that. They went, and I mean, it seems like within a week or two max is when they contacted and engaged an attorney. And in the video, they are being very clear that they're going to sue us, right? There was no, oh, hopefully they make this right, hopefully they have insurance. No, it was, we're suing them. We're going to sue them for this, right? That's in the video. Can hear them say that. So it's hard for us to do anything when we know they're already, you know, taking that stance.
Fair enough.
So,
you know, and you know, in their defense, they were very frustrated with the whole process. You know, they bought a vehicle from you. They dropped $15,000 on a down payment on a vehicle that they thought they would have 5 years, 10 years, maybe even 15 years, you know? So people have that in mind. I'm going to put $15,000 down on this car, but I'll have it for maybe 10, 15 years, not I'm going to have it for like 6 months and then you guys are going to have it for 6 months and then it's going to catch on fire and I'm going to get stuck with, like, they have to swallow their down payment now because they owe $34,000 on it and is saying it's only worth 40. So after pays off the loan, they're going to get like $6,000 back. Meanwhile, they put down $27,000 worth of payments between a down payment and monthly payments. You know, they're going to lose $21,000 on this vehicle when it's all said and done if we agreed to that property part of the case. So that's one thing that won't consider because I don't even think he's allowed to. I think he only has authority to do the traditional way of, you know, if your car is totaled, which this one is because it caught on fire, it's worth this much money, so we give you this much money because it's totaled, and then whatever the down payment is, the loan holder gets paid back first, and that's it. They won't even consider looking at it from our way. The second thing that they won't look at is any potential long-term effects that the smoke that they inhaled from the vehicle. They will not consider it. They don't care about any of the possible future things that could happen to them down the road. And there may, to be fair, there may be nothing that happens to them. But one of them could also get cancer. One of them could have cardiovascular issues down the road. It's very possible if they inhaled smoke from a vehicle.
Yeah, do you know why your client stood so close to the fire and continued to inhale the smoke?
Well,
walking away?
The car was starting to smoke while they were stopping the car. And then, they were inhaling the smoke before they even stopped.
Just the video and how close they were during the video just seemed wild that they were that close. But
I mean, they were a little bit there. I got you.
This is just,
look, I think there's a big question mark.
We're splitting hairs here. I mean, can I influence them? Sure, but I can tell you that I know that, I know that the case reserves for this aren't as high as what you're wanting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys have come down a little bit, but 175, I don't know if it's 175.
We can move. I just know, based on my conversation with this adjuster, they're a third-party administrator. they got to go back to your insurance company that you guys signed up with, and then your insurance company's got to talk to you, or one way or the other. There's too many middlemen here. This guy doesn't even have authority to get to where we need to be. He doesn't have it. Because he's not going to be allowed to consider things.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I had an email drafted up to you that I haven't sent yet because I figured I would just give you a call first, and we pretty much talked about everything that I wrote in the email, which I can't get that time back now. But I'm over here crafting this email all up exactly how I want it to say, and we've kind of just covered it. But
well, why don't you send the email anyway, just so I have record of it? And I mean, what gets this done? I mean, truthfully, what is...
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now.
What do we do to get this done?
This last email I was about to send you, I brought it down to $150.
That's what's hard. This is different. I understand. Car caught on fire as it rolled out of our dealership. Plus, they had it setting for almost a year, 10 months, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I understand where your clients are coming from. I will do this. I'm going to review with the shareholders to get their opinion. Because what you're asking for now is, even though we have insurance is not going to pay any more than what their case reserves are, right?
Yeah.
And so now you're asking them to scratch the check, right?
Yep.
So your clients made no good faith effort to call us back and say, hey, our car caught on fire, how can we work through this? They went straight to suing us, right?
A week later, you guys had a week window there to reach him.
I think we've discussed everything in there. Do you mind saying it to me? You don't have to, but would you mind? That way I have just some talking points to discuss with the owners. Yeah,
I could send you most of this email.
Sounds good. I'll be looking for your email, and I will review with the shareholders.
Okay.
Soon.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Basically, the lien holder and the dealer got together, and what they've decided to do is go ahead and waive the loan balance. So basically what they're going to do is basically just eat that amount. They want to go ahead and offer you an additional $15,000 in cash, which they would just send directly to your office. And then my portion of everything that's covered under the policy, basically I can extend an offer for the property damage, and then for the 3 injuries would be $85,000. So with the 85 from the 15 from the dealer gets us to 100, and then voiding out the lien, the outstanding balance.
Okay, we'll do that. Yep.
Okay, yeah, just let me know.
All right, thanks.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good day.
When someone gets involved in a car accident, they don't know if they should handle it directly with the insurance company or they should get connected with a law firm that could help their case. That's where I come in. My name is Dustin Rosen, and I own a company called Texas Car Accidents. I've been helping accident victims navigate this question and the rest of the industry for over 10 years. If you go to TexasCarAccidents.com, you can answer 5 questions, and I will personally call you and give you a free case evaluation and let you know what I think the best pathway forward would be for your case. I can answer every single question that you have and point you in the best possible direction forward. Thank you and have a good day.